But hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Claude has been finding way more success now compared to pre-patch, which is weird.
The target?
It is.
Yeah, when Claude against the Yif itself is the counter of Yif. So when Yif is opening the reward manipulation, Claude can just get in using the BMI and the blasting duet.
Agreed in that particular sense. And also, if we took a look at the keys to victory earlier on, it said for Alter Ego not to centralize your focus too much on the Irritel. And that's exactly what we're seeing, right? Alter Ego already a change in pace in terms of this draft. They're looking to counter here. Bigetron see a huge, oppressive figure in the Harith. They're going to take it away, try to give Claude a better time in lane, as you do have the comment here from Rasy. Honestly, I've been playing since MPL Season 5, and even my longtime friends have all become champions, while I'm still stuck at either number 3 or number 4. That's why, that's my biggest motivation to aim for the championship. There you go, just the hunger coming in from Alter Ego that maybe defines why they tend to make over-aggressive plays in the late game. But Boxia now taken away from Super Kenn.
Wow, taking away the utility from BTR. So trying to force BTR on an assassin. I think because they know they have a Kufra, they have a good stopper against these dashes. And the Fanny does pretty well up against most assassins and does pretty bad against most utility. So that may be the route that Alter Ego are going for. And if that is the case, then you can expect maybe even a Martis ban next.
But yeah, with this kind of draft, I think Super Kenn can play better if you want to use the Link. Link can easily get picking off some heroes from the Alter Ego and just fight the stone with the stone. Playing very aggressively on the early game.
I think a hero that we forgot was Joy. Joy is still up for grabs.
Oh yeah, what?
If Bigetron wants, they could definitely pick that up and even use it to flex even further, which is what Bigetron Alpha likes to do in the late game of the drafting phase, right? They like to kind of save that EXP flex into the jungle as well, and we're kind of see it coming through. But as you mentioned earlier on, Boxia and Martis going to be taken away from Bigetron as Uranus pick up from Bigetron Alpha.
Solid pick for Bigetron Alpha. Also, knowing now that the Joy is open, I think it's due to a little bit of trauma. Alter Ego versus Rebellion Zion, if you remember, everyone who picked Joy, you pick Joy, you lose, right?
Ooh.
Rebellion lost on Joy, Alter Ego lost on Joy because they couldn't secure neutral objectives. So that may be the reason as to why Joy has been completely ignored in this game.
Yeah, and Alter Ego is already picking Kuvra. Joy, if he meets against Kuvra with a bouncing ball, he can stop the rhythm of Joy very easily if Joy not to be careful when diving into the enemy's formation. But we look at two more heroes from the Alter Ego. It's Beatrix and Direct. Wise choice to destroying all the tank heroes from the Bigetron.
Yeah, they're gonna try and counter Xorizo in the lane with a Dairoth pickup. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's not a fixed hard counter. I think it needs a little bit more just support sometimes when it comes down to it, but the Shred is also great enough to initiate that damage onto the Uranus. So with Bigetron, what is their choice for the jungle?
If they want to play the pick-off strategy, Ling might be the option, Lancelot, or the others assassins will be very good for Bigetron. But if they want to having a sustainable frontliner, Bane, or maybe the others like Hylos, like teaching Celiboy how to play.
Oh, it's a Lancelot last pick.
Lancelot last pick.
Not a big fan of the Lancelot. Yeah, I was thinking more of a Ling because you have more angles to attack from. Meanwhile, for the Lance, you need to get in with a puncture. That's the only way to get in these team fights, and the bouncing ball is already a big obstacle in the way.
I was about to say, I think it's going to be very susceptible to the Kufra pickup here from Alter Ego. Very risky. They're trying to fight fire with fire here. Let's hope it works.
Well, but with this kind of draft that they gonna play, I think it will be an aggressive gameplay from both of them. It's gonna be a bloody team fights on the early game.
Definitely, it'll all rely down onto the trio mid. Turtles and neutral objectives. The fights around these objectives are going to be key. Not the player, the key. You know, key as in like key to the door, you know, the lock.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Sorry. You don't have a door at home?
What's a key?
Eternal is using Samsung Smart Door.
Ah, no wonder.
There you go. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are moments away of coming into the first game of this best of 3 series. A lot is on the line. Bigetron Alpha, they need the points as much as possible to stay in the playoffs and have a chance for that upper bracket slot. Meanwhile, Alter Ego, with only a few more matches left, without this win, they might be thrown out of the playoffs for the first time in a very long time and possibly even in history.
Yeah, both of the teams are really need that points. That's why they're gonna all out, I think, on this match. They don't want to lose because the pride is there. It's a chaos match for them.
It's a big, big match. This is a derby that we have seen from time to time. I think it started in Season 7 where it got really heated. Leo Murphy started it first with the iconic Panika, Panika, Panikla Masangga line, and then Bigetron sent them home in the first day of playoffs.
I remember that.
I think something happened as well.
Alter Ego, go, go home.
Yeah,
was
that
what
one.
Bigetron were yelling. It got really personal, and then Alter Ego sent Bigetron home in Season 8,
Yep.
singing the song Sayonara. And it just continues. It just continues. No longer the same lineup, though, remember. For Alter Ego, it is mostly the same, but for BTR, completely changed. I think only Key is left from that Season 7 roster.
You're right. That
No
generation's
Rainbow, no
gone.
Matt, no Max, no Brands, just Key.
That entire generation gone.
Yep, and now Bigetron is having their new generation. But with veteran roster like Vin and the others are quietly new. Like for example, the Saken and the others.
I'm so glad that Sheffen's not here
Why?
again.
Yeah, Sheffen would be basically doing what Pak Pulung is doing now, but Pak Pulung is very vocal. Sheffen is not. He just stays silent and he enjoys what the cameraman...
Looking at the ladies.
Cameraman Indonesia best, right? We can all agree on that. And Sheffen enjoys the cameraman's moves a bit too much.
What do you think is better though? Do you prefer it more outspoken or more silent?
It depends.
Okay.
We have to ask the woman here, right? Do you like guys who are
No,
more
I'm
vocal
asking.
or a bit more silent? Do you like Arashi or do you like Gani?
Oh, that's tough. But I gotta side with Arashi, man. He is the cute boy. But we do have a fun fact here.
The proponent of Pancasila as Indonesia's ideology. The number of feathers on Garuda's bird symbolize Indonesia's Independence Day. 17 on the wings, 8 on the tail, 19 at the base of the tail, and 45 on the neck, or 17 August 1945.
That's a fact we all know as Indonesians.
Yep.
From Muhammad Hatta.
I could even sing the song right now. I'm sure Mirko knows the song, but Saved by the Bell. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome you to game number 1 of the STM Derby. Bigetron Alpha and Alter Ego.
Well. What kind of pick-up that they gonna play on this early game? Because Alter Ego gonna play aggressively. And Bigetron Alpha is the same. They have the ability to pick off the Alter Ego heroes easily. And look at the emblems that they are bringing on the screen right now. The thought is using the tenacity.
They keep on going. Super King gonna be dove on. First blood, Celiboy with the on-point steel cables to start the game off.
And it really truly is just props to the Festival of Bloods that were brought in by Alter Ego. Being able to be that aggressive and not get punished, that's the sustain coming through from that particular talent.
And that's the advantage from Vanny, right? Because she doesn't need to wait until level 4. He just wait until level 2 or already have the steel cable. It can easily fly away on the land of down.
Oh, flicker force there. But a really good dodge from the damage coming in from Super Kenn. And again, Udil, very interesting talent build. Festival of Blood on a Eve. Celiboy goes in again.
Trying to go for the steal right now, but Super King is there as well. Who gets it? I believe it was Celiboy who took it. Nino up top. Super Saken going to be ganked by Rasy as well. Some good damage, but Super Saken is able to escape with that quantum charge. Big question for me is, why Purify, why not Flicker? Is it just literally for one Kufra?
I think so, because the momentum will be big if Kufra got that momentum. Using the Tyrant Revenge, Tyrant Rage is going to be important to make Alter Ego.
Neutral objective battle. And Bigetron Alpha takes it for free. Oh, Rasy! A bit too aggressive there. Gets punished. Now they're going to try to collapse on the Super Xorizo. Pops in a Purify. Wisdom Strike! But there's no more commitment, no energy for one last steel cable. And Super Xorizo is able to distract Alter Ego.
Without any movement from the other team, I think Rasy just want to give the information of the HP bar from the turtle. But Celiboy is late joining the turtle fight, so Bigetron Alpha just got the turtle freely. But it's a really aggressive movement from Rasy and just make Bigetron Alpha get more advantage by killing Rasy.
But in the grand scheme of things, it's a really good win for Bigetron Alpha.
Divine Judgment. Oh, that's an RWM. 2 RWMs right now. Super Kenn jumps in with a puncture. One more shot, finds it onto Rasy. Celiboy diving a bit too deep. Super Saken now with the BMI. Gets out. No more steel cables to play with Nino. Able to zone Super Saken away, denying the minions. Even Bennett's Rage committed, but this will only give Super Saken some space to actually claim that gold minion. And he does. He picks it up. Last hits. Meanwhile, bottom lane. Super Kenn with a puncture. Celiboy able to distract for now. That's a kill, but it's 2 for Super Kenn.
We don't call this the Chaos Derby for nothing, ladies and gentlemen, and here it is. Just brawls after brawls after brawls. Just not giving Mirko any time to breathe whatsoever. And even before all of those chain events occurred, Super Kenn already with a 1 level lead, and now perhaps even more. But Rasy misses that.
That was a big whiff.
Unfortunately, he missed that because Super Key still have the Arcane Share to go away from the Tyrant's Rage. But like we mentioned before, with this Assassin's gameplay with Lancelot and Vanny, it's gonna be a high-tempo game played by both of these teams. With this high tempo will comes adrenaline rush issue from both of them. Are they gonna play it very disciplinedly on this game?
So far, Bigetron Alpha have done a better job in neutral objective takes, but here we go.
Divine Judgment, locking Rasy down. Now Celiboy jumps into the fray. No lockdown just yet, but he finds Super Pin in the back with a cutthroat. Now it's a knockout with a Tyrant's Revenge on the Super Kenn, but he's able to use the minions in the mid lane with a puncture. Stacking it up, going back on the turtle. A win for Alter Ego in that kill department. But Bigetron have more resources now to go for the turtle. They got to be careful though. The kill threat is real. Pi is still hovering over. Rasy is charging it in. Tyrant's Revenge knocking him up. Rage as well. Locking him down with the RWM. Comes down from Super Key right now in this Red Creek battle. Super Kenn finds it, but Celiboy gets a kill in trade for the turtle.
Who was it worth it for?
I think it's more for on the Bigetron Alpha side because Xorizo is the one who down Eterna. And it's not too important on the early game for the life of EXP lane, but from the turtle itself, it will get more EXP absorb ability for them to on the team fight later.
And we can start to actually see that happening, right? The fact that Bigetron Alpha have been able to get the kills in trades as well as just domino affected over to the neutral objectives. We see that they are holding a little bit more pressure onto just the entire map as a whole. And the fact is, Celiboy on the fan, you're going to be easily punished, especially Super Vin does that.
What? Celiboy was able to escape now. Phantom execution used up and stealing away the purple buff. Now Celiboy with no resources at hand. Udil staying still. But it's a triple kill for Super Kenn. He's hunting for the Maniac. Dashes forward. Nino with a shutdown and a last flash from Super Key to get it back. 4-4-2.
4-4-2 and one outer middle turret is a really advantage for Bigetron Alpha. I know that Nino got the kill point to shut down Super Kenn and got a lot of gold, but Bigetron Alpha got the outer middle turret. It's really important so they can camp, they can dive in, or they can just invading the jungle of Alter Ego.
Yeah, it definitely gives them a lot more space in the rotations as well. And with that, Bigetron Alpha, and not only that, they also get a tower in the top side. All of these objectives falling into place like it was a destiny. 1,600 gold lead for Bigetron Alpha in the first 7 minutes of the game.
But without any outer middle turret, I think Alter Ego needs to be careful from the movement of Super Ven. He just can camp on the bush waiting for someone to just go pass by and using the Divine Judgment. The others will following up the movement from Super Ven.
And right now with Xorizo giving space to his team members from the bottom side of the map, you can see that Bigetron Alpha are already converging onto the turtle. Pi is there, Nino as well. It's really all going to bank down onto this. Celiboy level 9. Super Kenn level 11. There's no way that they can contest, and they don't.
And they might not even be able to contest the purple buff. Super Kenn save the retreat. Now Nino is going to be gunned down with the blazing duet. One more hit, but Nino gets out. Meanwhile, the purple buff, was it stolen? It was. Super Kenn finds it and a kill on the Celiboy. Now it's Rasy who's running away, but look at Super Key. He has the Vero. He's gunning them down, but he got caught in the Abyssum strike. Xorizo's walking him down. Pi with one more dash. Xorizo with a spin, and it's a kill over to Super Saken, who blinks forward again to find a few more shots on to Alter Ego members, and he backs up now for the tier 2.
It's a good job from Rasy, who covers up Nino movement to run away from the Bigetron.
Oh no, it's not enough. What?
Oh my god, that was so close!
That damage. Because lack of the level, even the items that the Celiboys need to instantly kill Super Saken, especially when Super Saken build the Wind of Nature later. And look at the gold. Super Saken already collecting 6,600 gold. So it's around 2,200 gold difference from Udil.
You're looking at Super Saken. I'm looking at Super Kenn. 3,000 gold diff between the junglers. And a 3-level lead for Super Kenn. It feels like it's right on to what we just spoke about, right? Super Kenn, let him be free. Independence Day.
Independence Day. Could Super Kenn finally be back here as Super Xorizo caught in a 3v1 situation?
Okay, some strike penetrate. Oh, Super Xorizo, what? He didn't even dodge that. He just took everything and survived.
They really need the penetration items or even the Demon Hunter Sword to take down Super Xorizo, because a lot of resources has been out just aiming for Super Xorizo.
Super Kenn hit the wall right now, but with the Thorn Rose, with the puncture, he's able to actually zone Celiboy away. Now it's a time revenge on the Super Key. Super Kenn gonna be caught right there as Nino gets the kill. That's 2 for 0. Super Vin, Liver Divine Judgment, able to lock them down, but Saken gets gunned down, and Celiboy is looking for more on the map. It's 3 for 0. A big blunder by the Red Terminators as Rasy goes for one more Udil with a shot, but the consecration helps Xorizo to sustain back up.
How in the world were Alter Ego able to turn that around just by one mistake? And you would think that it should be worth it. Bigetron Alpha picking up that purple buff away from Celiboy, but losing all those members and losing a neutral objective as a result of that?
That's why Super Xorizo and Super Key is using Purify, because they know Flame Rage impact will be a very dangerous one, and we see it. 3 mans down from Bigetron Alpha. Even Alter Ego just got the first Lord. It's really important to come back to aim for the objective that they are left right now.
Truly is. And if we take a look at the items here, Hunter Strike, a BOD, and a Malefic Roar already built for the Beatrix. That's definitely already a power spike hit as compared to the Claude right now, who, what is he lacking here?
Yep, he needs to Wind of Nature, but look at that.
Oh, the penetration connects there. Super Key almost dies. Blazing Duet into the Nibiru's Passion. Yeah, he needs to respect that. Jumps back to the BMI, and Alter Ego are punishing Bigetron Alpha. We're playing it a bit too chaotically.
Even Rasy is waiting on that momentum.
Charge Revenge and the Rage connecting on the 2 with it, but some Strike connecting as well, but Rasy will lose his immortality right now. It's a real run ablation. Zones Bigetron Alpha back away! And it's Nino with a double kill. He picks up the Hawk's Claws, he even flickers out! Super Kenn unable to find the kills, the cut through comes in, Nino! Triple kill!
Wow, wow, wow. 3 mans down, even they are just going with the Lord. And now look at the gold difference. Alter Ego just chased 8,000 gold from that moment.
Nino. Bigetron Alpha need an ambulance up until this point. Look at the bodies of falling and dropping like flies. This is definitely not the game plan that Bigetron Alpha had in mind, and this is the issue. It's the Alter Ego effect, not the passive, okay? The effect. The fact that when you are not aware, you play into their tempo, you play into their aggressive style. And that's not Bigetron Alpha. They're more calculated, they're more disciplined. They think before they go in for these just objectives. But Alter Ego have been able to force them into mistakes time and time again.
It's almost like they can't win, they can't lose without it being a comeback. They have to win through comebacks, they have to lose through comebacks.
And on this position, I think they need to be careful from Rasy position, or even make Super Vin waiting for Rasy just coming and using the Divine Judgment to catch Rasy. It's very important because Alter Ego with Rasy initiation, they can just make a big momentum, winning the team fights or even like having a lot of members from Bigetron Alpha just knock on the wall.
Interesting. So you think it's worth it to just go all in onto Rasy, take him off the board, and then go for a team fight? Let's see the call from Bigetron Alpha, from Key, from Supervin in particular as shot caller. So far, Celiboy.
Oh no, he goes back to the BMI onto Rasy! A misplaced battle mirror image. An alter ego fully punish Super Saken.
And now is their chance to start the Lord. Without Super Saken, Bigetron Alpha didn't have any DPS source damage.
They need to blitz this. 19 seconds left. Rasy goes in.
Xorizo gets hit by the Renner's apathy too. And now with the frontliner so low, no consecration, one hit from Nibiru's passion, and the glowing one is ticking down. Xorizo, Bigetron Alpha, oh beautiful, Tamara's revenge to stop any sort of initiation. Super Kenn making a play right now with the bouncing balls right there. Super Kenn with a retreat to save Bigetron Alpha, but it will cost him his life.
With two members off the board, Alter Ego, they're looking to utilize this small window of opportunity to get things off the board. And that is going to be the top tier turrets. They need to do it before the Lord comes.
Minions coming in. Nino still trying to force it. Pi in the front line. Rasy took a lot of damage and now he rotates into the mid lane. Real world manipulation locking him down. Super Saken going for the good hits. Renner's apathy. Oh, almost one more shot there to stop Super Xorizo from doing anything and maybe even taking them out.
With two men down from Bigetron Alpha, it's gonna be hard to utilize the Lords very well. But they are waiting for the Super Kenn, and now Super Kenn is respawned on the land of down. They're gonna move with the Lord. Enhanced Lord gonna destroy the top base turret if they just accompany the Lord.
But who was supposed to control that bottom lane? Uranus. Xorizo, he's on the way to join this team fight. Are they looking for a play here? Super Xorizo giving information
no.
on the
What?
team. What are your thoughts here? What's going on in your head, Mirko?
No, I just saw Saken. He walked out of the wave, and I think he might have pulled the minions into the bush. So I think Alter Ego got information that they were in that bush because Saken brought the minion aggro in.
Oh.
Yeah, because of the aggro. So that's why they just need to go back and reset it again. But the map control is even now for both of the team. So they need to make sure what to get again to manage the minion wave. So they got the position to start the initiation.
That's definitely more homework for Bigetron Alpha, who have lost two inhibitor turrets. Those minions are going to be naturally pushing for the side of Alter Ego. But luckily for Bigetron, that Lord is going to spawn in the top side, so it should be easier to control that top lane wave. And here it is, Alter Ego. Do they know that Key's there?
Yeah, I think so. They need to open the map very carefully. Even the movement from Rasy need to be followed up by the others Alter Ego's member. If not, Rasy will get picked off, especially like I mentioned before, that Divine Judgment can aim for Rasy and just go all out to Rasy itself.
I don't think they know. Alter Ego, with Rasy charging into these bushes, they're looking for information. There you go. They're slowly creeping towards the top side, realizing that they need to start setting up for that neutral objective in that Lord. With Celiboy just going in full ham, committing onto the damage, picking up that BOD. What does that mean?
Well, with that BOD, I think Celiboy needs to go all out damage because he needs to utilize the lethal ignition very, very pointedly. He needs to aim for the Super Saken or even the Super Key during the team fights happens because a lot of damage source from both of them. And now Lord is coming.
I think with that BOD though, I'm looking at Celiboy's items here. He also has a Milfic Roar and even a Sea Halberd.
Penetration.
So, yeah, he already has proper penetration. He even has the anti-region. So at this point, whoever he targets, as maybe if it's not super bad, everyone else, he can actually try to melt down. Bigetron are holding on to this Lord for now. Taking a half HP, they're trying to blitz it. Are they trying to just go for a 50-50? Pi jumps in onto Super Xorizo, able to escape for now, but Bennett's Rage has been committed. Now Super Finn in the back. Flickering forward, fights Nino, but gets cancelled by the bouncing ball. They still fall under the real world manipulation though. It's going to be Super Kenn who secures the Lord. Bigetron Alpha trying to escape, but Super Finn will lose his immortality. And Alter Ego collapse onto him.
Wow. With that Lord, I think it's gonna help the Bigetron Alpha sides against the Alter Egos member. So they will have the super minion, they will have the enhanced lord, but two men's on it's super key and super fin. No more initiation, no magical damage source for Bigetron Alpha, but at least they still have the chance to playing very defensively, just prolonging the game, dragging it to the late game.
In the late game, do you not think that Bigetron Alpha have a little bit more to work with? Does Dairoth not fall off later on, especially in these team fights?
Don't forget the alter ego effect. More late game, more advantage if the effect still continues.
Hopefully they don't make the same mistake that they did yesterday. Alter Ego already really good at controlling these particular outcomes. Rasy!
Oh, that's only onto Uranus though. Oh, a burst down. Divine Judgment pulling Rasy back as the Phantom Execution is able to connect onto Rasy. Thorn Rose and a Retribution. Bloody this time. Celiboy. Cutthroat. Not enough. Winter Truncheon. Nino all the way to front and the Wind of Nature by Nino as he baits them in. No Xorizo, no Vin. That means no front line for BTR. Alter Ego are eyeing on the base. They're looking for an end. Celiboy jumps in with a steel cable, trying to maybe force out a Thorn Rose. They've cleared out the way for now.
The minions, is it enough to end this game? Because it's very dangerous without good resources. It's gonna be dangerous.
2 RWM, Super Kenn able to dodge away. Phantom Executioner front as he buys the immortality right now. But Super Kenn should fall as he jumps in with a puncture. And my goodness, that damage from Nino. The shred onto Super Saken. The mini wave's not crashing in just yet. Now it's gonna be Xorizo who jumps back in, but he's gonna lose his life just as fast as he comes back. No minion, Super Key with a splash right now. Nino with a flicker forward, but he's unable to find it. Super Key versus the mini wave. Super Vin respawning. Alter Ego 1-0.
They lead the series, the three-faced mask against the red robots. Being able to control the tempo from the get-go. It's such a different shade of Bigetron that I sorely am not used to. Falling into the pattern, falling into the identity. It goes again, that question of what exactly Bigetron wants with their composition and how do they properly execute that in the game.
There's